A lot of people are constipated and they don't even know it. And yeah, sometimes it can get uncomfortable, but even before that point, there are a lot of important reasons to move it. And that's what we're going to be talking about today on The Healthy View. Welcome to the show. My name is Michelle Leota, and I am here with my co-hosts, Andrea Beeman and Lisa Lutan. We are expert health coaches who help our clients lead happier, healthier lives, and that includes taking those regular number twos. Andrea, do you find that your clients are often constipated, and do they know that they are constipated?
Well, that is a really great question, Michelle. You must be a health coach.
Must be.
Because I find that many clients do not complain about feeling constipated, but when I ask them about their bowel movements, they'll often tell me that they go like one time every 2 days or like 3 days, or it's round little balls. Well, that actually indicates constipation, but they don't know that they're suffering with constipation. So something to consider is that if we're eating food every day, we should be releasing waste every day. And if we don't release the waste in a timely manner, then the residue, the toxic residue that should be exiting the body sits in the large intestine for a longer time, and the toxins can get reabsorbed back into the system, which is not good. So it's a huge, huge problem, actually. Huge, it's huge. It indicates that something is not good and something may be going on further up the pipe, right? So like you have a sink that gets clogged. It's never right there. I mean, sometimes it's right there, but often you got to go back down the pipe to find out what's going on inside that piping system. So that's what your digestive system and your colon is. It's a pipe, right? It's a pipe, and it can get clogged. So I'll give you a great example. Recently, a dear friend of mine was diagnosed with anal cancer. And she was only 50 years old. She had just turned 50. She was 49 when she was diagnosed. And when I visited her in the hospital, you know, I'm always curious as a health coach. I'm like, what were your symptoms? You know, like she was going to doctors for checkups every single year. They never showed any cancer, and she gets diagnosed and is given like, you know, the very dangerous cancer that she has. And I said, what were your symptoms? And she said, well, the thing that brought me to the hospital was that I didn't go to the bathroom for 2 weeks. And I was like, yes, exactly. Yikes. I was like, 2 weeks. I was shocked. I was completely shocked. And I said, well, you know, like, did you have symptoms prior to this? You know, because she wasn't so shocked. She said, well, you know, sometimes I didn't go to the bathroom for 3 days or 5 days, and sometimes even a week. And again, I was like, did you tell your doctors this? She said that she was struggling with constipation her whole life. And she said to me, yeah, I would tell my doctors, but they would just recommend a laxative. Right? So to me, the not being able to go for 3 days or 5 days consistently, years and decades, is a huge red flag. And I know that for you girls too, as health coaches, this is a huge red flag. It indicates that the detoxification organs and the lymphatic system and the natural bodily processes are not working properly. So if the body can't eliminate that toxic waste, it can congest the system and it can get reabsorbed back into the body. And this is a big problem because that creates the perfect environment for disease to develop. So recommending a laxative is good for immediate relief, but it doesn't address the deeper danger that is inside the body and further up the pipe. So some questions to ask yourself: what is happening with the liver and the gallbladder? Because we need bile for smooth bowel movements. Are the bile ducts congested or infected? We got to clear them out with specific food and herbs, right? Or even fasting to help clear them out. I've also got a gentle liver cleanse on my website that people can use to start the process of clearing those ducts. I've also got a strong liver cleanse for those that are really need to get moving. And I'll give you a link to both of those. Plus, we need to find out what's going on with the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system is responsible for removing toxins and impurities from the cells and disposing of them through perspiration, bowel movements, and urine. So to get these systems functioning well again, here are my 3 quick suggestions. Drink water to lubricate the body internally. do a yearly liver cleanse. I suggest this for everyone because we're living in such a toxic environment. And get daily exercise. Exercise moves the lymph. So our lymphatic flow increases by over 80% when we exercise. So that's what I got. That's what I got for your pooper shooters.
Pooper shooters. That's all we are, a bunch of pooper shooters.
Pretty much.
So I'm going to give you my 2 cents on this. Constipation is something I had to think about my whole life because I think it was a big issue for my whole family. I just remember hearing about it from a very young age. And first I remember my grandfather being famous for saying, "It's going to be a good day," after he went to the bathroom. So this was something, that we talked about. And I also remember my mother saying to me as a little girl, you have to be patient on the toilet. When I married my husband, I learned that other families were not talking about this and found it downright disgusting to talk about poop, which I thought was really hysterical because we talk about just about everything else and we hopefully do it every day. So if you are struggling with it, start talking about it. There are some solutions out there that can really help. And I'm going to share, some of my solutions. I totally agree with what Andrea, has said. But so let's start with fiber. We hear about eating fiber. That doesn't mean you want to have like Fiber One cereal or Fiber Rich or all those fiber, supplements. You want to get it from your food. And you want that from both soluble fiber and insoluble fiber. And you're going to get those from barley, nuts, seeds, legumes, fruits, vegetables, and sometimes whole grains. And whole grains often add bulk to the stool. So it appears to help the food pass more quickly through the stomach and intestines. And this is something that many people notice when they go on a very low carb diet or a grain-free diet, that sometimes their pooping really changes because they're not having that type of fiber. So if this is you, pay attention to that. I find sometimes a little bit of oatmeal does wonders, for my digestive tract. One of my biggest go-tos, though, is magnesium. Magnesium is a double bang for the buck because not only does it help you poop, but it also helps you
Did you
sleep.
say a double bang for the butt?
For the buck. Very well. A double bang for the butt is magnesium. You take a couple at night, you wake up, it helps you poop, it helps you sleep. It's kind of a wonder drug. And many of us are deficient in magnesium. So you might want to check with your doctor, your next checkup about your own magnesium levels. In addition to that, everything Andrea said, drink a lot of water, move your body. We are animals. We're not supposed to be sedentary creatures. And hopefully when we are acting like animals, our bodies will work better. That's what I got.
Acting like animals. Yeah, sounds fun.
Yeah.
Let's do that. I agree with you about the magnesium, Lisa. And many of us are magnesium deficient just because our soil is depleted and our diets aren't so great and all sorts of reasons. We waste away magnesium when we're stressed. So lots of reasons to try magnesium. And if you are constipated, which again means you're not pooping at least once a day, I recommend magnesium citrate as the form of magnesium that seems to work the best for this purpose. And we can put a link in the show notes to my favorite brand for anyone who's interested in checking that out. However, I need to take this whole issue with constipation one step further. Because yes, it's a health issue, as discussed. It is certainly a quality of life issue for anyone who knows how awful it can feel. But I also feel very, very, very strongly that constipation is a feminist issue. I said it. You said it. And I have a whole article on my website about this, and we'll give you the link to that. But I'm just going to give you 2 examples right here. So first, if you remember being a little girl, like I do, there was that phrase that little girls should be seen and not heard, right? And probably have like a little bow in our hair and just be here to decorate everybody's world. Well, if that's the case, we should be seen, not heard. We certainly shouldn't be smelled. Oh my God, embarrassing. And I just think we get this message from a very, very young age that we are not allowed to exist in our full form. So no wonder we're too embarrassed to use the bathroom when we have to. Like, you ever been at a restaurant or the mall and you're like, I'm gonna wait till I get home by myself? But men, they'll march right in there and do their business. It's no problem at all. We're holding it And by holding it, we teach our body to hold it, right? Like we strengthen all the muscles that go. And
we're not even allowed to fart.
We're not even allowed to fart. Don't even get me started.
I'm a farter.
I mean, these things can be learned, everyone. You can loosen up. You can let it go. But I think it is just ingrained in us not to. And this causes constipation, which is, like Andrea mentioned, a way to really make sure that you hold on to all those toxins, a significant source of estrogen dominance. Hello, everybody out there, breast cancer, let's talk about it. So aside from all the gas and the bloating and all the rest, we have to think about this as a feminist issue. And how come I'm not allowed to just go in the bathroom and do my business like the guy standing there in line ready to do his? Secondly, women are so much more likely to be in a caretaking role, whether we're mothers or we're taking care of our elderly parents or school teachers or whatever it is. And if you've ever done anything like that, you know that you're taking care of everybody else, like literally wiping butts for them. How often do you have time to really relax and use the bathroom yourself? Time is limited. And in addition to not using the bathroom as often or for as long as you need to, you're probably not drinking enough water. You may purposely not be drinking enough water because you don't want to have to go to the bathroom. I have a lot of teachers as clients. They get UTIs like crazy for this reason, and constipation. So it's a real phenomenon. And if you want to learn more about why constipation is a feminist issue, we will put the link in the show notes so you can check that out.
Nice work. Nice work, girls. So I want to thank you for taking care of yourself today and joining us here on The Healthy View. To watch any of our episodes, go to facebook.com/Healthy View Show. Or if you're angry at Mark Zuckerberg for something and you've opted out of Facebook, we are also on YouTube at The Healthy View. If you like to listen to us while you're in your car or on your iPod, we're also in iTunes. And you can go to healthyviewshow.com to subscribe for updates so you don't miss any of these fabulous episodes. Now get your butt in the bathroom and take some time to poop, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.